We're going to show you some of this up a little bit closer, but this house here is like, this is a really, looks like a $2 million house. Everything in here is custom, and what do you say, it's like Victorian style?
Victorian style, yeah.
Okay, so I'm headed down to see a friend of mine. His name's Steve. He's working on a job in Millis, which is about an hour away from where I live. So I'm gonna go there and check out what he's doing and talk to him about the jobs he's doing on these houses. I think it's a new house.
4.5 miles. Take exit 52A on the right to I-95 South.
Okay, now we know where we're going. So I'm gonna check it out, talk to him a bit, and see how he's doing his jobs. He's a great installer. He's actually a certified tile installer. That's the CTI, and he's also a member of the NTCA, like I am. So let's go see what he's got going on and check out his job. Okay, I'll see you in a bit on the highway here. Okay, so a little background on Steve and myself. We've known each other for a number of years, and we actually met through the Tile Geeks Facebook group, which is a closed group of on Facebook for just tile related professionals, installers, reps, manufacturers, anything to do with tile really. So I met him one day I was going to the JLC in Providence, Rhode Island, and I met him there, and we became good friends. Since then, we've actually traveled to quite a few places together. We went to coverings in Chicago, went to Pittsburgh, the IDEX Academy, South Carolina, the CTEF for a Schluter event. Went also to coverings in Orlando and JLC a couple of times together. So we became good friends, and I figured. Also, I was actually there when he got his CTEF certification. I actually videotaped that, and that's actually one of my videos. So I had a couple of days off, so I asked him if he wouldn't mind if I came by, drop by, see what he was doing, and do a little video of another tile installer. There are a lot of hacks out there, and a lot of people that don't have a clue what they're doing. I know that because I see a ton of problem installs that are falling apart shortly after they've been installed. So anyway, I'm gonna go see him, see what he's doing, and go over the things that he's been doing on that job. Just a little change from my installs that I do for YouTube. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Okay, so coming really close here.
Turn right on circle.
Okay.
Arriving at 9 circle on the right.
See my buddy. I see his truck. This is the house. Steve! Steve!
He's still here.
Where are you? He's upstairs? Hey Steve, how you doing? Okay, so this is my buddy Steve Ballier. Anyway, I just let him introduce himself. So Steve, what's your company name?
So my name is Steve Ballier. My company name is JSG Tile and Stone out of Weymouth, Massachusetts. I'm a certified tile installer. I'm a
And just so, not to interrupt, but I was actually there with him and took a video of him taking his CTI test. He's a good installer, passed with flying colors.
Thank you, sir. I'm also a state ambassador for Massachusetts for the National Tile Contractors Association. And this is my current project I'm on in Millis right now. This is a master shower, steam shower, all marble tile and handmade details.
We're going to show you some of this up a little bit closer, but this house here is like, this is a really, looks like a $2 million house. Everything in here is custom, and what do you say, it's like Victorian style?
Victorian style, yeah.
So everything you see in here, there's no skimping on materials, there's no cutting corners anywhere, and that's why they got Steve.
Thank you.
So anyway, we're going to pick up the camera and show you around a bit.
So this is the bathroom I'm currently working in, the master bathroom, 12 by 12, Turkish gold, I believe, marble, with handmade, hand-painted accents, feature strips. So this is a full Schluter Curdy board steam shower with mud pan, Curdy drain, stone wraps for the glass. By 12 on the floor, honed, 12 by 12 polish on the walls. We're gonna finish the wainscoting. He's getting a chair rail, a pencil, and some more handmade tiles. Now all the tile in this bathroom, every piece of 12 by 12 was pre-laid out and predetermined where it was going, and mixed and matched and okayed by the homeowner before every piece was set. And we gridded every piece of this bathroom with letters and numerals, so everything went back exactly where it was determined to go, in the exact same direction it was agreed upon. So there's a lot of work in there.
Okay, so this is the other bathroom, Steve, and tell me about this tile here.
So this is the second floor guest bath. This is a made to look handmade kind of tile. It's real nice. You can tell by the imperfections in the waviness of the tile. Gives it that handmade look. Also, like the master has handmade details,
and
handmade, hand painted.
You cut all these corners too, right?
Clipped all the corners. Yep.
And the
marble 2x2 floor. Again, this is a Curdy shower, fully Curdy board, Curdy fabric, Curdy bend the seams. It's a mud shower pan with a Curdy drain, the bronze finish.
And this floor is a honed finish.
Yes.
And do you know what the name of this marble is?
I don't.
Okay, so yeah, it's a marble though. This is a real marble. It's not a porcelain or ceramic tile. These are actually ceramic tile with a white bisque.
Yes.
These,
no, it's actually red.
Red bisque?
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's interesting. So this is bathroom number 2.
Yep.
And there's another bathroom. See, now this house, as we said, was meant to be like all
Victorian style.
Victorian style.
Very nice details.
Yeah, and no expensive spare. Just look at the windows here and the vanity. Is this an antique or is this actually no? Do you know?
I don't.
Yeah, this.
I believe they're reclaimed.
They're reclaimed. Okay, so and then we got one more bathroom downstairs, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
This is the first floor bath.
and this is what, crackle
This is
tile?
crackle tile, 4x4s.
And
Again, handmade, hand painted, details, pencil rails.
this crackle tile, what do you have to do to this to make sure you don't have a problem, Steve?
You definitely want to seal it. Seal your cut edges, seal all your tiles before and after grout to protect them. You don't want stuff getting in that crackle and glaze.
Yeah, I've actually seen these styles installed without being sealed, and I've actually seen mold grow in the tile. So you got to really be careful with how you install this. And this floor, Steve?
This floor, again, marble tiles.
These were all
12 by
hand,
12s,
were these
2
all
by 2. These are all hand cut.
out of what, a 12 by 12?
12 by 12s, set one piece at a time.
Yeah, and the drain, this is also a Schluter shower, right?
Purdy board shower, Schluter, Purdy,
Niche,
mud pan,
mud pan, and
2 by 2 foam I use for all the benches. I mean, 2-inch foam board to build all the benches.
you did a really
5
nice,
degree on the ceiling.
yeah, very nice, Steve, did a nice job. There's a little bit of, you might want to wipe that down a bit, still a little bit of dust on there.
We're not finished
It's
yet.
still under construction, and this is this here, right?
This is the mirror frame I did yesterday. Again, these are crackle tiles as well, with a nice little handmade, hand-painted details. And this will get templated for a mirror.
And they're going to be outlets, or are these just being filled?
They were going to be, now they're not.
Oh, no, I'm not going to, oh, the outlets are up there.
Those are lights.
Oh, those are light, oh,
it's not there.
so no, oh, outlet over here. And then they had this little detail here for the toilet.
Toilet, yep.
And this, was that tile cut out of these tiles?
Yes.
So these tiles in here were actually 12 by 12s, and they cut them, because everything here has to be exactly done a certain way. And then they laid out these floors. When they tell us about the floor, how they how you had to install these floors for the shading.
First of all, it's 1 1/8 inch Vantech board plywood with Blanky permat on top. Underneath this tile is on all 3 floors is all Blanky permat because of the deflection, and Blanky doesn't require a second layer of plywood, even though it's 1 1/8 inch.
And that's important, because if you've got regular a subfloor, 3/4 inch subfloor, then you have to add a second layer of plywood, because you have to reach the L over 720.
Even if you're using an uncoupling membrane,
Even if you still requires it.
It's the only one on the market.
And
Single layer plywood.
and
And
then-
it's a nice thick 1 1/8 inch layer of plywood.
And this one here is actually what? The underlayment is what? How thick is
1
it?
1/8 inch.
So it's just one layer of 1/8 inch, very stiff, very durable floor. And again, you know, the vanity here.
So this floor, like all 3 floors you've seen in this house, and including the shower walls, were all laid out on the floor ahead of time.
So Steve was just telling me, for all these floors here, see these floors? See how big this floor is? This is gonna be like, what, about 120 square feet, 100 square feet?
Yeah,
100,
it's more than that, yeah, about 120.
120 square feet. And what did they do for you, Steve?
So what we did is they laid out the entire bathroom floor into the master bedroom with toilet and all. Maybe I'll provide a picture. And they put each tile where they wanted individually. And every tile was picked up one at a time and placed on the floors or walls wherever they were determined to go. One at a time in the exact same direction they were predetermined to be in by the homeowner and the contractor.
So you had to make sure that every tile went in exactly.
Label, little corresponding graph, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, walls and floors, showers, everything got put in one at a time. These are my knee walls, again, predetermined where they're gonna be, and they'll go back on the walls exactly the way they're facing on the floor.
So this tile, tell us about that tile.
So these tiles are turn of the century, early 1900s,
So this piece of tile here is 100 years old.
and they're about $100 a piece.
$100 a piece. So I'm not even going to touch that tile. I'm afraid. These are no. And these here, right? What are these cut out of? These are cut out of
Travertine.
travertine, 12 by 12 travertine.
Noche, yeah.
Yeah,
6 by 6,
6 by 6 noche.
which we used in the mudroom.
And this is also these tiles here are like very, very, very porous, and you got to make sure you seal these really well. Otherwise, you're going to get stains and problems. So, and this is the kitchen.
Yep.
Everything about this house is ultra high end. And they got the right installer here. Steve he knows exactly what he's doing. So this is all the tile for the kitchen backsplash.
Noche travertine for the backsplash. These were 6 by 6 tumbled, rounded edges, and they cut them. Like it looks like they probably got about 4 pieces out of a tile. And then obviously some of the diamonds are already split.
And this is one of those tiles that you don't want to look at the wrong way, right?
And these tiles here, you know, they're fully glazed on the backs as well. So I'm leaning towards putting a primer on the back, some Opaque primer, just to make sure I have a good bond to that glaze.
Smart move.
So you can see by the looks of this saw shack, it's been on the job for about, I'd say, 4 months maybe.
Yeah.
Piecing parts of the job together one at a time, so it's a bit messy. And a lot of all the tile that's been getting fabricated out of 12x12s and 6x6s down to 2x2s and diamond cuts.
All done here.
Cut through the saw. And
Yeah.
I think we're on our second blade.
And how long have you been on this job, Steve? Off and on?
Off and on for about 4 months.
4 months.
But
So,
the first call I got about this job was 2 years ago. So that's how long this job's been in progress.
so you come, you do some work, then you come to a standstill.
Yeah, pretty much everything we needed at this point is ready to go, but there was a point where a lot of decisions were made, which you can understand with all the details on this. I mean, it took about a week just to decide, you know, where the dots were gonna go and the placement of all these handmade pieces, and then it was a couple weeks before the ceiling was, you know, picked out as to what size and what layout. So,
Yeah, a lot of this. That's not always quite as bad, but it's pretty typical for a house like this. Everything has to be agreed upon and approved, and everything has to be done exactly how the homeowner wants it, because there's a lot of money going in here. If you make a mistake, that's a lot of money.
I mean, there's a lot of money going into this job, obviously, for the amount of labor. It's very labor intensive, and the designing and the layouts and the installing of all this tile, you want to do it right the first time.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure the customer knows what it's going to look like before it goes in.
Yeah.
So you give them their freedom to an extent of, you know,
Yeah.
their decision-making process.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is put something in and then have to tear it out, because that's not a good thing. This is the mud room. It's actually this whole floor. Any light in here? No light? Whole floor. What are these, 6x6?
6x6 travertine.
Oh, this is travertine also.
Yeah, this is the same tile that was left over. The backsplash is the tile that was left over from this project here. So we have 6x6 on the 45, one with 2 3x6s going around.
And this is the blanky perma. You have pieces of blanky laying around anywhere? So
I don't.
No, you don't. And is this already been sealed, right? They're all sealed?
Yeah, it's been sealed and grouted.
And grouted. And, you know, it's covered up where people are going to be walking, so that, you know, obviously it's hard to see because, you know, this is a working area. So yeah, I think that's about everything, right, Steve?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So I'll put Steve's information in the description below. If you need an installer and you're on the South Shore in the Boston area, can't go wrong with Steve. Okay, so I just left the job, and I hope you enjoyed the video and seeing this house. Steve's a great installer. He's a good friend, and he's doing a great job over there. And so, as always, don't forget to subscribe. Leave your comments in the comments section below. Check out my online store, dibsmart.com, and please check me out on Patreon. I'll put some on there. I'll put some extra little clips and footage from this house, and you know, it takes a lot of time and effort to make videos. So if you can support me and become a patron, that'd be great. And you know, as I said, I'll be doing some extra stuff on there that you won't be seeing on YouTube. So thanks a lot, and see you next time.